Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly meltdown. It's not a coverage tonight. Well, it is. It's coverage of us and our dreams and who we would love to see playing Big Brother. It is the Big Brother Nerd Fantasy League with the Meltdown Misfits, and we're going to nerd the you-know-what out all over the place. And you know what? You're going to do it too because you're in here with us and it's going to be fun. You know, today they announced the Big Brother 20 cast.
Yeah.
We may address that later. But just so you guys know, we will be doing a cast analysis Wednesday evening. And trust me, it's going to be good. It's going to be good because I'm all over it.
Yeah.
I'm stalking, I'm trolling.
I'm only going to be referred to as Rockstar from now on. So if everybody could just call me that instead of Tyler, I would greatly appreciate it.
No, I'm going to refer to you as bitch, please.
That's
so,
honestly.
We've got Nate in here with us. Now, Nate might have to ghost us. If he just leaves all of a sudden, nobody panic. He actually has a life. He has to go take care of it real quick. And we've got Cliff with us, who's a little under the weather. I personally think he has pink eye, but that's just me.
Yeah.
And of course,
hiding it with my pink eye glasses.
Tyler, aka Bitch Please, is going to take over. I'll give you the floor.
Cool. So just to give a little bit of context before we get started here. So all four of us made our drafts for what we think would be the best Big Brother All-Star season. So the only limitation that I put on this was it's only seasons 8 and up because seasons 1 through 6 had their turn at a proper All-Star season. And of course, like if we did, it would just turn into like the Janelle and Dr. Will show and all that stuff. So of course we love them, but we want to focus on like the kind of the newer players. Even though I don't consider like Big Brother 8 a new season at all at this point anymore. So basically how we did this was it's going to be 16 house guests. It's going to be 8 women and 8 men. Each of us numbered 1 through 8 are picks for guys and girls. And based on those point values, whoever has the collective highest amount of points get those 8 slots for men and women. We did have some ties for the women in particular, but yeah, I'm ready to get started. So, and also a full disclaimer, I am the only one that knows the full list. Cliff, Allison, and Nate only know their own results, so we'll see how...
Well, could we also preface that we actually know Allison's results because she put it in the wrong chat?
That's true, but I was hoping you guys didn't read hers.
Oh, I totally did. It was the most dog shit thing I've ever read in my life.
Let me just say for the record, I have the best dog shit Big Brother Fantasy League list of all freaking time.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I would agree with that. I mean, Allison's list was basically half of the OTT cast. So if they ever do a second season of BBOTT, we know at least one person is going to be watching that show. So yeah, so do we want to start with guys or girls?
Ladies first?
Ladies first, if we can call them ladies.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to start from like 8th going down to 1st just to build the suspension here.
Ooh, I like that.
Cool. So coming in 8th place, we had Bridget from Big Brother 18. She was on, whose list was she on? I have it all right here. So she was on Clifford's list, and she was... No, she was only on Cliff's list, but because you ranked her so high, she made it into this slot right here.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, because I ranked her 2nd on my list.
Yeah.
Wow.
So since you are the most high on Bridget, if there's anything that you want to say about Bridget, why you think she deserves an all-star spot?
Well, I am surprised that she wasn't on anyone else's list because she, if you were thinking in the past like seasons, who's an actual underdog? She is an actual underdog that was actually fighting for a spot in the house, who didn't have help from production, who didn't have help from twists, right? And like I don't know if you were to pass the last seasons because they're so twist heavy and they were so production influenced. It's hard to say who's an actual underdog where she was isolated. She fought for her spot. And I feel like she was kind of in the Nokomis position, you know, where she was clever, but she was kind of like just outnumbered in the end. And people were like, well, we see all these good game qualities of her. We have to get rid of her. And she might be in an all-star situation in the same position that Nokomis was in, when she comes back, where they're like, she's clever, let's get her out early. But I felt like she deserved the spot because every underdog deserves I think they deserve their second chance.
Yeah, I think Bridget is a really great underdog. When I saw your list and I saw Bridget there, I was like, actually, she would be a really great pick for an all-star season.
Yeah, because you kind of always need a little bit of a balance, right? You're going to have your heavy hitters and you're going to have the UTRs. You just want the UTRs, in my opinion, to have underdog stories. So you see them like come to, if they win, at least there's an arc. Whereas if they don't make sense, then, well, it doesn't make sense to anyone.
Right. I mean, just look at Big Brother All-Stars, how that turned out. Like Mike Boogie before All-Stars was a relatively like under the radar character in the Big Brother universe, as was Erica. She didn't I don't think she made like too many waves during her season either. And that was our final two. So
yeah, exactly.
I totally support this Bridget being in our number 8 spot. So now I'm going to jump.
Well, there's something funny we should mention though, because when there was the re-vote, I actually didn't pick Bridget. I don't think.
Yeah.
Because I think I like the other two more.
Right.
But just as personality wise, right? So that's interesting how she ended up squeaking on. But in the end, I'm actually really happy about this.
Yeah, I am too. I think this is a good pick, especially like at number 8. Like I wouldn't put her as like 1 through 4 or anything like that. Yeah. But you know, Bridget is good. So coming in at the number 8 spot for men is our boy Donnie Thompson from Big Brother 16.
Number 8, eh? Oh, that's surprising. He was such a fan fave.
Yeah. So
people that were on my list.
the OTT cast is coming. Don't worry. So Donnie came in pretty high on Nate's list. As well as he was right in the middle of Clifford's list. He was not on my list, and he was not on Allison's list. So, Nate, what do you have to say about Donnie Thompson?
Donnie, I feel like, is just kind of similar to Bridget. It's just that I feel like production, my thought process behind my list was production has been very adamant about casting either women who are just kind of like one-shot personalities, kind of like Devon, and people who, or women that are very under the radar. There are very few people who are in between, and that's kind of where I was looking for in my list for women. But I think it was a lot easier to find something more balanced because there were very specific, there were very specific guys that I definitely wanted to see. Donnie had smarts about him, and similar to Bridget, where he had smarts. He knew what Derek was up to. He was one of the few people who realized what Derek was up to. He just couldn't really do anything about it.
Yeah. And Derek was pretty scared of Donnie like the entire time. Like even though they had Team America bonding them, Derek still like kept him at arm's length at all times.
I love how everyone thought that Donnie was some worked in the CIA and was some covert operational ninja of some kind, some mental mastermind.
And
I love Donnie.
Really just a janitor, guys. Like
he's like, dude, I'm just a janitor. I would love it if I got on Big Brother and people thought that about me.
Right.
Can you imagine?
Never say never. Yeah, like I think Donnie is a good pick at number 8 here. Like I totally support that as well. Plus America absolutely loves this guy. So I think like if they did an all-star season, I think that he would be one of the people that they would consider calling for this all-star cast.
I feel like he's like a Chicken George with game chops.
I agree with that.
Yeah, because that's actually a good point. What Nate was saying was like actually, I think you were saying it too, Jordan, that Derek was legitimately like of all the people he was afraid of, Donnie was like near the top of that list.
Yeah.
Right? Like he was afraid of Donnie and he was afraid of Nicole for right reasons, right? Like, and he kept them at arm's length. And he's a very, very smart player. So I'd almost trust his intuition. Like he was right about Nicole. She came back and won.
Yeah.
So maybe give Donnie that second chance too.
And
wow. Amazing how Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing how people don't listen to certain people and they're right. I wouldn't know anything about that.
Never. Cool. So, Allison, get hyped because number 7 for women is Shelby from BBOTT. So
Yep.
Shelby was number 2 on Nate's list, and she was not on Allison's list actually.
What? Hold on.
That's how toxic your list was, Allison. You didn't even put the ones you liked on.
So Shelby is here because of Nate. Because of Nate. So, Nate, if you want to, I think he's frozen. Oh, is he back? So Nate, if you want to say a few words about Shelby, I personally have never seen OTT, but I know who Shelby is. She's a little crazy, right?
I wouldn't say crazy. She's funny and she's intelligent. And that's exactly why I want her on, because she provides that sort of like anti-humor where everyone else like knows what they're doing and they think they know what they're doing. They have this ego about them, but Shelby's just like, nah, I got this. And she's just kind of in the corner, just chilling with her like golf bag and just like flipping off the camera the entire time. I love Shelby. She made OTT for me. So I would love to see her come back.
I loved her laugh. Like, y'all didn't even get my. I mean, her laugh. That's how she laughed, and I thought it was hilarious. I was like, "Oh shit, here we go. She's up to something. Something's going on."
Like, trying out new laughs on air or something.
Yeah, and I think Shelby's actually a good pick because I didn't watch OTT and I know who she is.
Right.
I didn't watch OTT and I know she's a good player. I didn't watch it and I know she's a good character. You know, like, because her reputation speaks for itself. So I think if anyone's going to be from OTT, it should probably be her.
And Reddit also said that she was supposed to be cast for Big Brother 19 before she ended up getting cast for OTT. Just a little fun fact. I don't know how true that is, but
fun fact.
So Shelby OTT. Her and Bridget were tied actually, and there were 2 more women in that tie. So there was also Whitney from OTT. And Danielle Murphy. So
they didn't make the list at all then, right?
That's right. So rest in peace, Danielle and Whitney.
Well, can I ask a quick question about that?
Yeah.
So Danielle Murphy, she was part of one of the biggest arcs in the history of Big Brother. Just that relationship with Dan Giesling, being tied on the hook, him being her coach, and them going to the end, and then him icing Shane. The whole thing was this big story. Is her story complete? Is that why maybe she wouldn't come back for a second season? Like, because that was my balance with her. Is her story complete or not?
So, like, very similar to Bridget. When I saw Danielle on you guys' list, I was like, I would love to see her back because of that reason. And I mean, going into Big Brother 14, she was my winner pick. Like, I had really high hopes for her. And, like, even still after Big Brother 14, I think that she would come back a lot better and smarter of a player, and I would like to see that happen.
Especially because she like learned directly from Dan, and she knows firsthand what Dan did to her, and because he explained everything to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it could be the Nicole effect, right? Because Nicole played with Derek, and she came back, and there was a lot of Derek-isms that she applied to her game.
I mean, I think that would be her narrative. Is like, I learned from the best. I got played by the best, and now I'm going to be the best this season. You know what I mean?
But she's not in our season.
Right.
Yep.
Sorry, Danielle. But you can keep making funny gifs of looking at yourself in the mirror. That's such a Big Brother meme. So coming in at number 7 for the guys is Cody Calafiore from Big Brother 16.
What?
Cody?
Who put Cody on the list?
All right. Here's the thing.
Who did this?
It was not me.
It wasn't me either. Cody was not on the list.
Oh, Tyler, this has your stench all over it.
Okay, well, let me explain. Well, it's gorgeous. Like, we need some good eye candy for the season. And
we have Donnie Thompson. What are you talking about,
Yeah,
Tyler?
like-
right. I mean, Donnie's a good, solid number 2, but I don't want to say number 2 in front of Allison. It'll get her.
Speaking of which, no.
Right. So I think that Cody is actually like one of the most underrated Big Brother players. And that's just because Derek shined so brightly in Big Brother 16. I think that Cody had some strategic chops. He, of course, had like these great like social game. He won a few competitions in his season too. And I think that like the only dumb move he made was taking Derek at that final HOH. And I would love to see him play again without Derek. Who knows if that will happen in this all-star cast. But yeah, I really liked what I saw from Cody. And I don't think that he is like as like a bad player like people make him out to be.
Well, I don't think he's a bad player, but here was my debate on why I didn't include Cody. Was he was in the same category as Memphis Garrett to me, where he was like a really solid ally. He wasn't the one calling the shots, but it wasn't bad in any regard. Right. Like Memphis got 0 votes in the end, but he was not a bad player.
I think Memphis was a great player in Big Brother 10.
He was. It was just one of those things where like he needed to trust somebody, and he just trusted one of the greatest of all time. Right?
Exactly.
That's unfortunate, you know? So like with Cody, I would be, if he were to come back, I would really want to see some pure individualistic gameplay. I really wouldn't want to see him get in that role again, or else I'd feel like it'd be a wasted spot.
Right. Additionally, say Derek is in this season. I'm not like foreshadowing at all by any means, but say Derek is in like a all-star season with Cody. I think Cody makes it a lot farther than Derek ever does because he has such a reputation about him.
Oh, he for sure does.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is like, see, now I'm wondering, because I feel like Derek might be on this list. Now I'm like, okay, there's going to be possibly 3 BB16 people. I could even see a potential 4th. Remember in All-Stars 1 how much like the BB6 cast had an influence on the game?
Yeah.
Like especially off the top because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like in this scenario, it could be the same thing with the BB16 cast.
Yeah, sure.
But there's a lot of great people in there. Same with BB17. A lot of potential players that could come back.
I love 17. Such a good.
Can I comment as to why I didn't put Cody on? Because I did actually consider it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason, like, the thing is with Cody is that he reminds me way too much of Wu in Survivor, where, like, again, like as you were saying, he wasn't necessarily playing a bad game. It's just one bad mistake that cost him the game. And on top of that, like when Wu came back for second chances, he played the exact same way and did not change anything from his previous time, and then got blindsided out of the game before jury. So I can see Cody easily falling into that, thinking that he can get away with the same thing again. And I think that just has to do with the fact that he's younger, like than a lot of the other people that play and that get far like that. And on top of that, like he knows that he's an attractive guy, so he knows he can use that as a crutch. So it's just, I don't really see him changing his strategy much from last time, and I think he's just gonna get taken out of the game because of it.
That's a really great point about Wu. I like that.
Yeah, well, and there's actually a really funny connection about that. There was a conversation between Derek and Cody that never made it to the air. It was on the live feeds where Derek was talking about Wu and saying, like, yeah, everyone says Wu made a mistake, but I would do exactly what Wu did because loyalty is most important. And he actually used the Wu situation to hold Cody closer to him. That's really funny that you bring Wu up because Derek actually used that to turn Cody into a Wu.
Oh my gosh.
That's how good Derek is.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so coming in at number 6 for the women, this person was on 2 of our lists, me and Clifford, is Shelly Moore from Big Brother 13.
Good. I'm so happy she made it on.
Allison is giving us major stink face. So
I forget who Shelly is.
Shelly from 13?
Wait, what was it? BB13? Oh, right. I remember Shelly. Yeah, I considered her, I think. Yeah, I considered her, but I didn't put her on my list.
She was one of the only newbies on her season that really had some chops.
Yeah.
Like, and she, like her, and I actually really like Dominic from her season, who's now married to Daniel Donato. I like both of them from that season.
Allison, what do you think about Shelly?
Nerds. You're a bunch of nerds. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you.
Well,
nerds. You ever heard that from Hot Tub Time Machine?
No, but it's accurate to my life.
I can't remember who Shelly is. I don't know who Shelly is. Who's
Shelly's the
Shelly?
one that double crossed Jeff and Jordan and voted out Jeff in the double eviction. Remember, she went in the diary room and she was like, "You stand between this for me and my family. I vote to evict Jeff." And then she had this huge fight with Jordan immediately after that. One of the only 2 times that Jordan ever lost her cool in both of her seasons. But I think that Shelly Moore is and that's her last name, right? Or Shelly Poole. Okay. Yeah, I think Shelly Moore is hands down one of the most underrated females of all time. She had the balls to make this flip against the veterans, and I really think that if it weren't for production interference in Big Brother 13, her side would have won that, either her or Portia or Kalia for sure.
And it's definitely something really to point out that so Shelly, she's actually very much known for, if someone leaves the show getting a lot of hate, she'll reach out to them and kind of coach them on how to deal with that, because she was getting death threats when she left the show. Yeah. And it's really unfortunate that her BB experience was so tainted, because she did have such chops, and really the public hated her because how production positioned the returnees. Yeah. They wanted us to root for Jordan and Rachel the whole time.
Yep.
I would give anything to get death threats. Any kind of threats at all.
Allison's sign me up, just drag me.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Right. Shelly was on my short list for that.
Oh, you frozen.
Oh,
hey, come back.
Cliffhanger.
And
wait,
hello,
say
what?
that again, Nate, you froze.
Okay.
You're breaking up on us, buddy.
Sorry, it's my crappy internet. But basically, Shelly was on my short list just because she was a very different demographic and she is strategically intelligent. It's just that I want when I looked into who I was looking at, I was like, is she really gonna have a shot? That's really what it is. I want Shelly to come back in a season that I think that she would actually have a shot in, and I don't think in an all-star season she would do well in. So
what kind of setup she would do well in?
I think she would do well in if it was a fans versus favorites almost type scenario, because even though she was hated over time, I think she's become more of a favorite. And I think that she would be much more well suited, as you said, because she's able to coach people like that. But in an all-star season, I don't think a lot of people would be able to listen to her, or would want to listen to her just in general. So I think that she just wouldn't be able to fare well.
See, I would almost argue that in an all-star season, she would be there's so many big targets that she would actually be positioned really well. She would be given time. I guarantee you she's not targeted within the first 4 weeks.
Oh, I agree. I just don't think that she would even get close to the end.
Yeah, fair.
Love Shelly. She's going to the Big Brother premiere party, and she's the one I'm most excited to meet out of anybody. I cannot wait. Okay, so back to some OTT goodness.
Oh boy,
Allison. We have our number 6 pick for men is Monte from OTT.
Excuse me. That's Monty.
Monty, okay.
He is from the South, and we don't add that hyphenated little fancy shit over E's. Okay, it's not Monte, it's Monty.
So tell us why.
His name is Monty Massengill.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me, am I wrong? I didn't think that guy was anyone like that guy at all. I thought wasn't there a guy named Justin that was the most popular dude in OTT?
Well, we're not talking about Justin. We're talking about my pick. That's what we're talking about.
What? Who is this guy? Explain him to me. I want to know why he's on our all-star list.
Let's look past the people who thought he was ignorant and racist. It's not.
Wait, he was racist?
No, he wasn't racist. Here's the thing. He really wanted to play the game, and he was the first HOH, and he was dealt a crappy hand. He got cornbread out. I mean, it was just rough. I mean, he got the cornbread out, and I feel like the guy deserves another chance. His last name is Massengill. That's a female douche product.
Oh.
I mean, give the guy a break. Do you think his life's been easy? It hasn't.
All right.
This list was going so well. It was going so well.
Hey, you guys wanted me to participate, and God damn it, I'll participate.
Yeah, I mean, Cornbread, he could have been the next Dr. Will, so good for Monty
honey.
for getting him out, I guess.
You need to go back and watch Big Brother OTT. This is a big, fat, ginger redneck named
Oh, I
Cornbread.
know. I saw the clip of him getting roasted. He says, "Fuck y'all."
Fuck y'all. Snored louder than King Kong. I mean, good God, this guy
That's
had no idea what he was. I actually
he loved Alex for absolutely no reason.
He was like that guy that's lurking around that you catch staring at you, and then he continues to stare at you when you've busted him.
No, that was the nerdy guy. That was,
Oh,
what
the
was his
Virgin
name?
King.
yeah,
Scott.
him. Scott, yeah.
All right. Anything else to say about Monty?
I think he got a bad rap. That's all I'm gonna say.
I agree with the sentiment. I think a lot of the things that he said were just completely like over the top analyzed and taken into a degree that just wasn't really what it was meant to be. He was caught into an argument that like I think he was commenting about how someone's clothes were bad, and it just so happened that person was black, and I think that's how it got misconstrued into being a racist comment, and that's why he was labeled a racist. But it really, what he said had nothing to do with the guy's skin color. It had everything to do with what the hell the guy was wearing, and
But in the real world, he would not be considered for an all-star season.
no.
Oh hell, fucking! That's why it's the dog shit list.
I have a twist at the end of this because it wouldn't be anything Big Brother without a twist. So
Oh my gosh, Paul's coming back.
And by
Oh,
the way,
jeez.
I had Cody on my list. Cody Catafiore. I can't say that again. But I had to bump him because I had to put Willie Hance on my list.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Russell Hance in Australian Survivor. We don't need Willie.
Somebody
actually?
had to go.
Yes.
That actually makes me happy. Everyone hates on Russell, but I can watch. I'm happy about that.
oh my
The
god.
Hance dynasty is over. We don't need him back.
I love Willie Hance. I think
So 2010s.
He's gonna get destroyed again, just like Redemption Island. That's gonna be hilarious. He's gonna cry and everything. It's gonna be great.
All right. So coming in at number 5, this woman was on 3 of our lists. She was my winner pick last season for Big Brother 19, and I still have like very, very, very high hopes for her as a player in an all-star situation. This is Jessica Graf from Big Brother 19. So she was
I totally put her on. Yeah.
Yeah, I put her on too.
3 on my list. She was number 6 on Nate's list, and she was 7 on Clifford's list. She did not make Allison's cut.
Because Allison's cut was so curated.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read mine at the end of this show.
Chrissy from OTT. Am I right?
I'm gonna read mine at the end of the show so everyone understands
Half of it is
why I'm
OTT.
being abused right now.
She just took the entire OTT cast and just put it in her list.
Yeah, basically. So
I nailed it, didn't I?
Pretty much.
we'll read her list, don't worry. But I'll start with Jessica because I am a huge like Jessica and Cody fan. They were the only respectable thing about Big Brother 19. She was the only one that had any balls. When she was standing up there for the HOH where she had her hand on the stop sign thing, it was really emotional about like her dad, like, and her watching Big Brother, and now how she's like, or how he's passed away. You know, she did all this rooting for Cody for America's Favorite Player when she was not in jury and he was. They were like the little like shining light of Big Brother 19.
And they stole it away from Paul at the end.
And it was like such poetic justice. And Jessica, to me, is a very, very capable player of doing an amazing job on our return season. And yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about Jessica as a player and as a person.
I loved Jessica. I loved Jessica and Cody.
Yeah.
I was actually and I've probably addressed this before, but somebody actually accused me of being a racist, and that's why, why I liked Cody. And I'm like, really?
Why,
Just
'cause he's
because I have a
white?
Southern accent doesn't mean I'm fucking racist. You know,
Yeah.
everybody needs to stop being a bunch of crybabies and so freaking PC about everything. I mean, come on, give me a break. I can't even get started on that. Go ahead.
Go ahead, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You can go, Cliff.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Nate. I was just gonna say, like, piggyback on what Tyler was saying. I agree with everything Tyler said about Jessica. I would just want to add that I want to see a Cody-less Jessica season. Like, as much as I love them, and they were great for their season, and they really made the story. I want to see her without Cody. I really felt like he hurt her game. I felt like things would be way better if he was never there for her chances to actually win. So that's one of the reasons why, like, I hope you guys didn't pick Cody. I feel like Allison might have had him on number 1 twice. I don't know. But, like, I would love to see a season where, like, she is without Cody.
Yeah, totally agree.
I agree with that. I watched The Amazing Race with them on it as well. They won. And a lot of the strategic,
Which is great.
Almost all of the strategic decisions were Jessica's decisions. There was one that ended up like it was a like you had to split your teams and like be paired up with a person on another team twist where that was Cody's decision and ended up falling flat because Jessica's partner they were just not good complements for each other, whereas Cody was a very good complement for his partner and vice versa. But generally speaking, like they ruled that season in terms of strategic thinking and how to get through every single round correctly. They came across, I think they won maybe like one leg other than the last one, and they were able to convince everyone in their alliance that they were just as strong as the other two teams when the other two teams had won multiple legs each.
That's great.
So that like they're very, very good. And I think that had more to do with Jessica than Cody, but like for sure, I would love to see Jessica back. She has what it takes to compete and she can fly under the radar. So I think she'll do really good.
Yeah.
Can I add just since we're kind of talking about The Amazing Race, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is a crossover that we know of that there's going to be some Big Brother players on The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
And one of the things I was always hoping was like, I always felt The Amazing Race actually is very underrated casting. They've always had really good casting on a lot of their seasons. And when they did that twist where they brought a couple Amazing Race players to Big Brother, I was really surprised by their choices. And I just want to throw it out there that I really hope if any Amazing Race player goes on Big Brother one day, that's Tyler Oakley.
Yeah,
100%.
Well, Tyler Oakley's a big fan of Big Brother.
And yeah, he is. And I think
he's that young. He's so good.
Yeah, he's so cute too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's gotten like majorly hot lately. I don't know if you guys like follow him, but he has been swelling up and it looks really good.
I've heard he's actually coming back for the next season, The Amazing Race.
He
Really?
is. And Corey are back.
Yeah.
With the Big Brother players?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so it's Big Brother / Survivor versus Amazing Race. That's like the whole theme.
Oh, sick. That's going to be really fun. I'll watch that season for sure.
Oh, yeah. Just
It'll
for
be fun.
Janelle and Brittany alone, I'm watching that season.
I'm so happy Brittany's going to be in another show.
Are Brittany and Janelle teamed?
Yes.
What?
They are a team. Yeah, Brittany and Janelle.
Janelle and Brittany are a team. Cliff?
I think he's frozen.
He's just in total disbelief.
Okay, next.
All right, so next, while Cliff is unfreezing himself, coming in at number 5 on the guys list is Frank from Big Brother 14. He came back for Big Brother 18 as well. He was number 1 on Allison's list. He did not show up on anybody else's list. So Allison,
What?
Allison, this is your time to give us the pitch. Why Frank for Big Brother All Stars?
First of all, it has nothing to do with the fact that he's from Memphis, Tennessee. Nothing. And it has nothing to do with the fact that he wore Memphis Tiger blue when he was on. Nothing.
So
But,
I'll be right back. I apologize.
okay. Wash your hands. We don't need more pink eye. Here's the thing. I don't have like a big speech prepared or anything really smart to say. It's just that I liked Frank. I liked his people skills. I liked the way he dealt with people. I liked the way he got Bridget to do his bidding. Being from the South, you come across men like him who they take charge and they do things a certain way. And even though they're wrong and they're telling you they're wrong, you want it to be right, and it sounds right just by the way he carried himself and the way he spoke and the way he did things. To me, I really liked that. And, you know, he was honest and he would get into it with people, but I think he was a little, if he did come back and play again, I would like to see him kind of step back a little bit, because I think the thing that saved his ass when he played the second time was the twists. Yeah. Because honestly, he would have been gone.
Yeah.
He would have been completely gone. And I really like him. I just think
take a step
somebody,
back.
he is someone that I enjoyed. I would like to see.
I feel like that is Frank's problem, is that he doesn't know like how to take a step back. Like, and you can see he's like literally trying to tell himself like, I have to take it. Like, he identifies it, but he just can't execute it.
He doesn't know why he was good the first time either. Like, and I think that's a major issue as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. So now number 4 for the women. She was number 2 on my list. She was number 4 on Nate's list. And
wait, who was this?
I haven't said who yet. She was on Cliff or Allison's list. So this is Amanda Zuckerman from Big Brother 15. I love Amanda. She is everything in a Big Brother player that you could ask for. She's amazing TV. The first half of Big Brother 15, are you kidding me? Like, she was so strategic. She was so on top of that house. She was the only smart enough person to identify Alyssa not as a threat, but like a weapon that she could utilize with that MVP twist.
Mm-hmm.
And she, like, yes, she totally unraveled in the end there, but she made a really great female villain in Big Brother history. And I think she's great, and I would love to see her back.
She was a big saving grace for BB15, especially late in the season, just because she made that season entertaining after the whole controversy blew up. Yeah. And then once she was gone, it was then just controversy was talked again. Mm-hmm. So and her controversy, it was never anything that was like malicious or racist or like homophobic or anything. It was purely just like gameplay of her just going absolutely nuts on Alyssa. And so and she even knew she was going nuts. She was in a bathrobe and a birthday hat. She knew she was going nuts. So I would love to see her again and just go crazy on the house again. Yeah.
Cliff, we're talking about Amanda Zuckerman from Big Brother 15.
Okay, so who else I missed? I heard Frank. Did I miss anyone else?
Yeah, Frank, and then now we're talking about Amanda.
Okay, we're good. Sorry about that, guys.
I saw Henry.
Yeah, I had to quickly go on dad duty. You know how things are.
Okay, sorry.
Anything else to add? Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, I've always wondered Amanda Zuckerman, whether or not she's all-star material or not. I'm trying to see if I put her on my list. No, I didn't, but I did heavily consider her.
Yeah.
I liked her. I thought she would I liked her in the sense that she was a very vicious Big Brother player. Yeah. And she was a huge character, and she was scary and had a lot of control. And I think that element in the house is great to have. So I would totally throw that in with the All-Stars, because that's just like throwing a pit bull in a snake pit. Let's just see what happens.
I think if anybody from Big Brother 15 gets the call, it's Amanda Zuckerman.
Yep.
See, I would disagree. If anyone gets the call, it's Alyssa.
You think so? You think Alyssa would get the call over Amanda?
Yeah, because
they love the Riley sisters.
Yeah, they just production loves them. And also, I think Andy is unbelievably underrated. And I think he will return one day.
I hope so.
Well,
and he's up there on my list of the top winners.
Amanda Zuckerman's about to have a baby, so she's not.
That's true, but I didn't let that affect my list or anything.
Same.
But I'm
whatever.
This is the fantasy pick.
All right. So number 4.
Also, fun fact. Speaking of Andy, sorry. But for fun fact, my RA from college, one of his professors was actually Andy. When he was in community college.
No way.
So he said Andy's super weird in real life.
Oh, yeah.
Can't imagine.
So coming in at number 4 for the guys, this person was number 3 on my list, number 7 on Clifford's list. So we have Ian Terry from Big Brother 14.
Yes.
I think Ian fills that nerdy superfan archetype that every Big Brother cast seems to need. I think that he's been brought back multiple times to host competitions and stuff like that. He's very into the Big Brother community. And I just think that he fills out a nice archetype really well on the show. And very rootable. You know, like he won a jury against Dan Giesling.
Yeah. Well, and something that's really underrated about Ian Terry, and one of the reasons why I really included him, was he outlined his strategy of what he was going to do to win before he went on the show.
Yeah,
He had it all recorded, and he had everything set out about the 5-person alliance, where he was going to be positioned in the alliance, how he wanted to go to the end with a big player that was more hated than he was. It was all very strategic, and like no one in my mind has had a pre-show plan and then 3 months later watch that plan go.
Yeah.
Wait, it's coming again. Are y'all hear it?
Oh.
Nerd.
Okay, you're back.
You're nerd. And nobody likes you.
I didn't put Ian on my list, so I don't need to see it.
I love it.
Cool. So coming in at number 3 for the women, this is my favorite Big Brother player, US anyway, of all time. She was number 1 on my list. She was number 5 on Cliff's list. This is Danielle Donato from Big Brother 8 and Big Brother 13.
This thing is rigged. I just want to go for the record. I've had one person.
It's the one person that's ruined our list so far.
Wait a minute. No, Frank. Wait a minute. Frank Udy was a good one. Wait, if I had 2?
Yeah, you have Frank and
Yeah,
Monty.
And I did. I was.
Gil. Okay.
I wasn't here to speak against that, but I'm totally against Frank coming back a 3rd time. I think we had enough of him.
You're getting kicked out.
We're not alone there. So Danielle Donato 100% should have won Big Brother 8. She still holds like the tie record with Janelle for most veto wins in a season with 5, which nobody seems to talk about. She was like literally the saving grace for any kind of opposition in Big Brother 13. Yeah, she made it a few like weeks too soon, but she was like, her run in Big Brother 13 was just a hell of a run to me. Like she was really great, and I just have nothing but good things to say about her. I think she's beautiful. I think she's like social. I think she's strategic. I think that she is amazing in competitions. And like she's a mom and she's married now. Like she's in a different stage of life. Like I would love to see her come back again and see like how she's changed even more as a player.
Yeah, I would like to see that too.
Yeah.
But see, I had to bump her off my list because I was like making way for people like, Victoria Raffaelli, but whatever.
I mean, Aaron's on your list, so why have Danielle Donato when you can have Aaron?
Why you gotta call me out? I'm reading the dog shit list at the end of the show. Okay? It's gonna happen.
Cliff, do you have anything to say about Danny since she was on your list too?
Yeah, I think Danny kind of suffered some of the treatment that a lot of women in finals against men have experienced, not just in Big Brother, but in Survivor, where it's like a certain kind of gameplay is respected from a man, but if a woman were to do something similar or even have respectable gameplay, it's not as respected. And I really feel like Evil Dick, his gameplay being respected over Danielle's in that season was really ridiculous to me, because the only thing that she didn't have was like full maturity, but she was really considerate of others. She really tried to have a good social game. She was the one that protected Dick more than he protected her.
Sure.
Sorry.
Yeah, protecting that dick. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like in my opinion, like Danielle's really kind of wrongly slanted, where I'm just like, no, she's a badass bitch.
She really is. She's great.
I like her.
Yeah, she's a great player. I could watch her. She's one of the people, like her and like I would say Janelle and Brittany are all people that I could see come back a million times.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Even though they didn't make my list this one because I wanted to be more diverse, but like yeah, I definitely put Danielle on there.
Nate, any words about my favorite queen? Oh, he's frozen. He's ridiculous. I guess we can go on unless he comes back.
Who?
Oh,
there you are.
Hi, I'm here.
Oh, lost in the Matrix.
All right, try that again, Nate.
Who are we talking about? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd be happy to see Danielle Donato back for sure. I didn't put her on my list because generally I didn't want to put a bunch of people who've played already on my list. There was one exception that I made, but generally speaking, I don't want to see people that have played more than once already.
Gotcha. Cool. So coming in at number 3 for guys is Derek, the winner of Big Brother 16. He was number 8 on my list. He was number 1 on Clifford's list. Have at it, guys. I'll let you guys talk about Derek.
I love Derek. I wish I.
Yeah. Here's the thing about like the greatest of all time conversation, right?
I have to go. But keep talking.
You have to what?
Will was number 1 on season 2, number 4 on season 7, right? Dan Giesling, number 1 on season 10, number 2 on season 14. So these two are arguably the GOATs, right? Like they both showed that impressively they know how to play this game. Where Derek, people say, oh, he's better than Will and Dan because of how dominant his game was. But I'm arguing, like, could he do it a second time with the reputation? So we need to see Derek play again because we got to see if he's the GOAT. We got to see where he falls in that, or if his reputation is going to hurt him. It didn't hurt Dan. It didn't hurt Will.
Yeah, I don't know. I like personally, just entertainment wise, I found Derek very boring. I think his game was interesting, but I don't personally need to see Derek again. So that's why he didn't make my list.
I personally need to see Derek again because he's cute and he got rid of that ridiculous pencil beard and it's now a full beard now and his hair looks better. He's lost a little weight and I'm all in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my question is would Derek be able to adapt on a second time, right? Like Dan Giesling had to go more cutthroat. Dr. Will had to be just bigger Dr. Will. So that's where the I hate you all speech comes into play, right? He's like, well, I'm going to double down on my persona. And like, whereas, Derek, he can't do that again. He can't be a secret undercover cop again. We know he was an undercover cop, right? So his whole thing, you can't double up on it. You can't adapt it differently. So he'd have to come in and do a whole 180.
There is a way for him to do it. It's just extremely difficult. And if he were to do it that way, it would be to just be completely obvious about him being an undercover cop to the point where it's just so overblown that people forget about it. And that's like how he would have to survive the first couple weeks of him doing that in order for it to work. And it's extremely risky.
Well, and this is what I think. If Derek were to go back, strategically talking here, if Derek were to go back, now that he's had a couple shows on like the History Channel and stuff about like cops and homicides and stuff, I think he needs to go back and really connect to people through his cop experience this time. He hit it last time. This time, he should be telling cop stories. Oh, when I was undercover, this happened. Oh, here's something we did on the show. Like, he should be using that so people feel more connected to who he actually is and use that real connection this time instead of the fabricated reaction that he used last time.
Derek doesn't have time for that. He's out solving murders. Okay, he's got the Breaking Homicide show on Investigative Discovery. He's like a homicide detective, solving crimes that are 20 years old. Okay, you think I'm gonna go in there and try to lie to his ass about anything? No.
I personally don't have high hopes for Derek on a return season at all, and I think that when he does return, because I know he will someday, but this is what's going to separate him from Dan and Will, in my opinion, is his. Yeah. I just really don't think that he's going to go that far. His reputation precedes him. Yeah.
But so that's what I think is going to be like. We need to see him again, just like there's a certain female player that we need to see again because we just need to see if she can hold the reputation. Same with Derek. So
we'll see.
I'm sure we're going to get to her soon.
We'll see if that female makes the list.
I bet it's not somebody I picked.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Allison. It's not Whitney from OTT.
What?
What? Coming in at number 2 for females is Brittany Haynes from Big Brother 12.
Finally.
Yes.
Finally. Thank you.
She was number 6 on my list. She was number 3 on Nate's list. She was number 1 on Allison's list, and she was not on Cliff's list. So, Allison, I'm gonna let you go first, and feel free to talk about Brittany Haynes.
just love Brittany. She's
Yeah.
so real, and she gets in that diary room and starts rolling her eyes. She's like, look, these people are ridiculous. I mean, I fell in love with her the first time she played, and the second time. I just adore people like that's my kind of people.
Yeah.
She's one of the guys. She blends in with the guys. And it's not really threatening to the other women. See, that's kind of how I am in life. I have a lot of guy friends, and I'm not a threat to other women. I don't know if that's because I burp and fart and announce when I have to shit. I don't know. But I mean, it's just, I like that kind of thing. Like if you can blend in with those, and get in there and not be a threat because you're a female hanging with the guys, and not be a threat because you are the female to the guys within the guy group. But then again, they did at the end start to kind of go, well, we're going to have to get, rid of her and whatnot, because eventually it will happen. Anyway.
One HOH goes differently for Brittany and BB14, and she wins the game. That's basically how I felt about that.
Yeah.
So it's just, and it's the one where she went home on. Like, it's literally anyone else wins HOH. Literally anyone wins POV. Brittany is fine. Like, and anyone else wins POV or is fine. If she wins it herself, perfect. Like, that was just the worst round she possibly could have been in that position, and that's just what happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also like going back to Big Brother 12, like the brigade telling her at the end, like before they cut her, and she's just like bawling, like America loves Brittany Haynes.
Yeah.
Not Hands. America loves Brittany Haynes, and to me, she's like the ultimate hero for Big Brother, like the ultimate person that you root for, like not only because she does have strategic chops, but also she's just so funny and so rootable. She absolutely belongs on an all-star season.
Yes. 100%.
Can I just state why she wasn't on my list?
No, nobody cares.
No, it's not for what you think.
Okay. You got 2 seconds. Done.
If you're to ask me who is my favorite Big Brother player of all the players, the answer is Brittany Haynes. And so this is what's so crazy why I didn't put her on the list is I think her legacy is amazing. Like the way it is, like she was duped by the brigade and she was the victim in the funeral. She is truly a victim of legacy, and I would hate to see her come back and be a first boot. I'd hate to see her come back and not get the camera time she deserves or not be a part of the main arc. I would hate for that legend to be tainted. So now that she's going off to like Amazing Race, I'm like, yeah, start a new chapter and be legendary somewhere else. But I felt like she's bookended perfectly on Big Brother, and she time favorite players of all time.
It's kind of like how people didn't want Sandra to come back for a third time in Survivor, where they're like everyone knows she's going to lose. And even if she's entertaining for the episodes that she is in, it's only a matter of time, and it's not like we're only going to get very, very little, and so we're going to feel like we missed out.
So that was the only reason why I didn't include her. Was it would actually break my heart to see.
I just want to commend you on the backpedaling effort.
Thank you. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
All right. So our number 2 spot comes from the same season, Big Brother 12. So this person was number 4 on my list. He was number 1 on Nate's list and number 3 on Clifford's list. Did not make Allison's cut. We wanted Glenn back.
No shit.
So
no shit.
So number 2 is Enzo from Big Brother 12.
Yeah, I really want to take the reins on this one.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Enzo is my favorite Big Brother player of all time. I cannot gush enough about him. I've met him in real life. He's exactly the person that you see in the house. He is an amazing human being. He's just as cocky. He's just as hilarious. It's great. Like, I just want to see him again. And if he wins BB12, he's in that same category as Dr. Will, as Dan, as Derek, and he should be.
Yeah.
It's just that Hayden actually has a brain cell, whereas Lane does not, and Hayden is the one that wins the final HOH.
Yeah.
So it's if Lane wins it, Enzo goes to the end and wins. If Enzo wins it, Enzo goes to the end and wins. If Hayden wins it, Hayden wins. That's just how that went.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he was the
No,
one that created the brigade, which is
Yep.
like one of the best and most successful alliances of Big Brother history. So you have to give
he's
Mag.
the meow meow.
The
Yes,
meow meow.
I love it. Meow meow.
Yeah.
And, like the way he betrays
Yeah.
himself to other people, the fact that like he gave the other three like the brain, the brawn, the beast, he gave those three like such kick-ass names, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm the meow meow, and the way he presented himself within that group was just so intelligent, where he was the guy technically in charge, but he talked himself down so that the other three wouldn't realize he was in charge. It was just brilliant.
And he was the only one that, like, in my opinion, he was like the head of the brigade, because he was the only one that didn't have like a side alliance. Like, he was telling the other three guys like to target these like side alliances with Brittany, with Kristen, with Reagan. But he was the one that was kind of at like the head of all of it, and it was so impressive. Like, such a great social strategic game.
And Brendan was probably the closest he was to having like a side alliance, but he was like for like a week, and then it was over.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But that was like just to protect himself mainly. You know?
Cliff wants to talk.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it was very, very presidential the way he positioned himself. He made Hayden kind of like the face of it, but he was the one calling the shots, being chief of staff behind the scenes and whatnot. So I really felt like, yeah, there was something very mob-esque about it. Like, he was the conciliary. He was that number two that was really the number one. Like, yeah, I was really impressed by Enzo.
Yeah. I'm very happy to see Enzo at number 2 here. I would love to see him play again.
And imagine him playing with Derek. Oh my God, I would actually see them teaming up, to be honest.
I could see them being bitter rivals or teaming up. It's one or the other.
I love it.
Cool. So number 1, this is a fun fact, she was the only person on all 4 of our lists, both male and female. Well deserved. Of course, this is going to come as no surprise to anybody, but Vanessa Rousseau from Big Brother 17. Allison, go ahead. Tell us why you think Vanessa deserves a spot in All Stars.
I don't really have a big speech prepared because I'm thoroughly convinced she's going to pop up on Big Brother 20 somewhere. I don't know. Next.
All right, Cliff, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, Vanessa's one of the greatest players of all time. And she is a master of emotional manipulation, which is one of the reasons why we watch Big Brother. Like, when we saw Dr. Will execute emotional and psychological warfare, right? We never really saw a female executed in the same way until Vanessa. She knew how to use tears. She knew how to use emotions. And, like, come on, the Austin eviction is one of the greatest evictions of all time. It was a
bad choice, but it was still a great thing to watch.
Yeah, for sure. But like, it was just one of the greatest, and I really feel like Vanessa's up there with Will, Derek. You know, like even like I would put Enzo in that category, but I would say if Vanessa needs a second chance to prove that she can overcome her own reputation, I think if anyone can, I think Vanessa would do better than Derek.
I think if Vanessa gets back on the show, she needs to stop popping Adderall before competitions and really calm down. I respect her. I really do. And I'm not throwing shade, as the kids say. I'm just saying that it's just calm down. I hope she's calmed down, because there was a lot of the way she came off. I just could not stand. Like, if somebody came at her and confronted her, everything out of her mouth was like, I can't believe, like. I'm like, bitch, you graduated you have a law degree. Stop saying like the, okay? Just stop. You know, it just really got on my nerves. It was the way she came. It just made it just didn't make any sense to me.
Vanessa just needs to learn how to lay low for a couple weeks.
Yes.
And that's her big thing. And I know she knows how to lay low, because I've seen her play poker. So she knows how to appear not very strong until she's actually won. Because there are guys that she's played against and they'll be cocky the entire game. And she's like, oh yeah, I got a full house. And they're just like looking at her and like, what the hell just happened? Like, so I would love for her to play differently than last time, because I know she has the ability to do it.
I just worry about like how she would do on a return season, because she has this amazing reputation in the Big Brother universe. I mean, it looked like our All-Star draft is a prime example. Vanessa had 27 points total between the 4 of us. Brittany Haynes had 17. So there was a 10-point difference between second place and first place.
But I put Brittany as 1.
You did. You did. Yeah.
I don't think. I just don't think Vanessa, if she were to come back, I don't think she would lay low. To be honest, I think she would do the Dan Giesling approach and be more cutthroat, because at Dan's position, he had such a reputation, he had no choice.
Yeah, I think that's the right move.
Yeah. And I think Vanessa would just have to be like, more Vanessa, but also that whole thing that Allison's talking about, like being really intense in each other's faces, that's a polarization tactic. Like Trump won a presidency on that tactic. Yeah. So like, I really don't think it's a bad strategic move. It's just, how do you incorporate that into jury management? Right. That's the only thing.
Like the Russo sisters, between the two that are like have a better shot at like actually winning the game, I would honestly saying, if we're gonna like bring them back every single time, I think Tiffany honestly has a better chance of winning more seasons.
I agree.
And it like, she was just labeled as Vanessa's sister when she's a lot better, I think, at playing the game, mainly because she's a teacher. So like between the two, I think that like, and this isn't just because like Tiffany played Sequester, it's legitimately because Tiffany just has better life experience with people, with kids that are actual adults, like that, kids that are not, like that are actual kids, rather than like Vanessa, who deals with adults that are adults. So like,
I agree with you.
Has a better life experience to treat.
Tiffany has better
act like kids.
Tiffany has better communication skills.
Yes,
let's just say it. It is what it is. She has better communication skills. She used some of that shit on me during Sequester All Stars, and it worked. Okay, just saying.
All right, so coming in at number 1, this guy was number 1 on my list. He was number 2 on both Nate and Cliff's list. So this is Eric Stein.
Oh, sweet.
Big Brother 8. Eric, I think, is the best player of Big Brother 8. One of the best Big Brother players of all time, because he was able to manipulate stuff that he had like no say over. Like he was playing for America, and he was the perfect person to do it all season long. And I would just love to see him play for himself.
Yeah. He's one of the most twist-fuck players in BB.
For sure.
I've also met him in real life. He, like, the way he comes across, you can tell he's intelligent, but not in a way that's threatening, at least, like, on the surface. Yeah. Like, you know, like, obviously watching BB-8, you know that he's a very dangerous player, but, like, just talking to him and knowing how he talks, he's just, like, you like, oh, he could be intelligent, but I don't need to worry about him right now. But like, you should be worried as soon as possible about Eric, because he will fuck you over. So it's just, like, Eric is an extremely intelligent human being, and I think out of all the men, he has the most potential to win.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything to say about Eric?
No.
All I would say is that I would be more than earning, and I am rightfully pissed that he hasn't returned yet. Yeah. Like, I just think he's one of the deserving players, right? Like, there's a lot of people that I felt like deserved a second chance that haven't gotten it. Like, one of the twists that I always hated was the twist at the beginning of BB11, I think it was. Because Brian, who was voted first in BB10, I always wanted him to return. And he never got to, because America voted in Jesse, right? And same with Jessica from BB8. I thought I would love to see her return. But yeah, I would actually love to see her and Eric return in a season like 10 years later. That'd be interesting. But yeah, I'd be happy to see Eric. That's all I have to say on that. And I'm very excited for whatever our twist is tonight.
Yes. So just to recap before Chen drops the bomb. So we have, for women, we have Bridget, Shelby from OTT, Shelly from 13, Jessica Graff, Amanda Zuckerman, Danielle Donato, Brittany Haynes, and Vanessa Russo. And I sent this in a message to you guys, so you don't have to write it down or anything. And for the guys, we have Donnie Thompson, Cody Calafiore, Monty from OTT, Frank Udy, Ian Terry, Derek Lavasser, Enzo Meow Meow, and Eric Stein. So that is our list right now. But first, what's this? Each of us have found a secret power of veto.
Oh.
So each of us get to veto one person between men and women.
Get to what?
So say I want to take out Vanessa. I'm going to use my power veto to remove Vanessa from this list. I don't think that she is
Oh my
a
gosh.
terrible player. Just as an example. So say in replace of that, I put in Aaron from Big Brother 15. So if one of you guys uses a power veto, I'm sorry.
So so you continue explaining, then I'll ask questions after.
So say like I take out Vanessa and I put in Aaron. Allison can, like, if it's her turn to use her power of veto, she can take out Aaron, but she can't put back in Vanessa. So once a person's taken out, they are out of the All-Star draft. Okay. So I didn't make like an order for who wants to
I know who I want to take out.
Yeah.
So and it's only one, so
Yep.
it's not like per like gender. So Nate, I'll let you go first.
Okay, so I want to take out Ian.
Oh,
I do
dirty.
not think I do not want Ian in All Stars.
You
the
were
person
filthy.
the person I want to put in his place is Kevin from BB11. If we're gonna have someone nerdy, I would rather have someone that's entertaining as well as hyper strategic.
Okay.
So I want Kevin.
All right. Let me just make this change real quick. I think I am very okay with this. I think Kevin is a very underrated Big Brother player. The smartest person in Big Brother 11, to be frank.
Yeah.
That lie that he made with Natalie was amazing, and it got them through like a couple rounds pretty safely. And I think you're right. He does do the super fan archetype pretty justice. So cool. That's a good choice.
What the hell is going on behind you?
My roommate is crawling. That was the most unsubtle thing I've ever seen.
Jesus.
So, who wants to go next? It's okay.
I'll go next.
Sure.
I'm very sorely disappointed in you, Nate.
At least I replaced Ian with someone that was respectable. So
and now I feel like I have to punish you a little bit for that choice.
Oh boy.
I do feel like it. So here's the thing: we have a ridiculous person on this cast, and I'm going to replace them with a more entertaining, ridiculous person. So we're taking out Monty.
Okay.
And I want to welcome back.
No.
I'm okay with Joshua. I'm actually very okay with Joshua.
Yeah, we need a second. We need another winner, right? Yeah. So and like he's entertaining, and Monty. Who the fuck cares about that guy? So this is fair. I think this is a good decision.
And I think that like with Jessica being on this list too, I think that that's a great thing to see back in this house.
And without Cody, they actually might team up.
Yeah.
I also support the Joshua decision because of the fact that he weaponized goodbye messages.
Yeah.
So, like, he's very intelligent in his own right. He is a super fan. He just needs to change his strategy so he's not just so goddamn annoying for 5 rounds straight. So I just, like, after Ramsey's left, he cooled down. So I was, like, for the most of the rest of the season, like his whole like tutu thing, that was like his last hurrah, and then for the rest of the season he was actually a very intelligent player and he knew how to come across the people. So I'm rooting for Joshua if he does come back. So I'm actually very happy with that choice.
Okay, sure. Allison, how do you feel about Monty?
I'm going last.
Oh, that's so dirty.
I'm going to let you know how I feel, but I'm going last.
All right. I think you guys are going to be mad at what I do as well. Okay. Should I do it?
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, think long and hard about this because you're stuck with me for the next 3 months to cover Big Brother 20.
If you take out Shelby, I will never forgive you, Tyler.
No, Shelby's safe.
Thank God.
So I'm going to say who I'm nixing first. I'm torn between 2 people. I'm taking out Derek from Big Brother 16.
Okay.
What?
I'm okay with this.
I think there's way too much BB16 on the guys' side. We have
Take out Cody.
he's just too pretty.
You know, he's the stable Callie.
And like Nate said, like I really worry about him like ruining his reputation on a return. I don't think that like I said earlier, I don't think that he is going to be in the same league as Dan and Will after a season like this, because I really think Derek would be, or Vanessa would be, a first boot in this All-Star season. And I'm really not interested in seeing Derek play again. I don't know why. I just he's a great player, but
He played a complete game.
Yeah, he did. So
I don't need to see it again. It's cool. It's good.
now I'm more worried about who's the player that replaces Derek.
Yeah, so I have two guys in mind. I'll say who. I'm either thinking of Johnny Mac or Andy.
Okay, I know which one I want. Yeah.
I know which one I want.
I think so. Josh is our only winner on this whole list, so I think I'm going to go with Andy, just to give a little bit more winner representation.
That's who I wanted.
I wanted Johnny Mac.
I'm surprised nobody else really. Johnny Mac was.
Johnny Mac was my 11th person for the guys, or 9th person. Excuse me, 9th.
Yeah,
person.
I had Austin over Johnny in my list.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I like Johnny Mac too much. He's just so silly that but he is smart. So that's why I liked him. Is just again one of the situations where one HOH goes differently, he wins the game.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that is my pick. So nixing Derek and putting in Andy.
Now Vanessa's gonna burn the earth to the ground. Allison.
She has her cat. She's like a villain, with her cat.
She's gonna remove.
I was gonna have my Dr. Evil moment, but someone just ruined it. I don't know. So if I nix a girl, do I have to replace it with a girl?
Yeah.
I do?
We want the genders equal.
Oh, I'm so torn. You guys have given me a lot to work with.
I know exactly who she's going after. Actually,
you guys didn't manage this jury very well.
She's Vanessa and put in Aaron.
Done nothing but poo on my list. Verbally shit all over the place.
I know. I think I know who she's going after.
I'm so nervous right now.
I think I'm gonna remove Jessica.
Oh, that's not the person I thought she was. I thought you were going after Shelly.
Wait a minute. I said I was torn.
Okay. All right.
I'm torn between Jessica and Shelly.
Yes, I knew it.
And I have options. I have my little list here. Let's see.
Oh, this is so terrible.
Yeah, I don't know why this is giving me such anxiety right now.
It's not that effect on men. It's, trust me. There's a group you can join. I'll give you the link.
She's got a secret pair of scissors hidden in her pocket.
Right. So, okay, I'm going to take the high road, and I'm going to get rid of Shelly.
Do it.
Brutal.
Okay.
And I'm going to spice things up. Oh, I don't know who to pick. I've got two good ones here. I'm not going to do an OTT because not everybody knows OTT, but I got a good OTT one. Who could possibly live up to Shelly?
Nobody.
Should I pick the racist Aaron Grias?
Oh my God.
Should I pick Chrissy Rodolfi from OTT?
Oh God.
No. I'm going to pick Big Brother 17, the blue hair wonder herself, Jody Rollins.
Wait.
Nobody knows who I'm talking about.
Did she just pull a topaz? I think she just pulled a topaz. I say we count the name.
Wait a minute. Yeah. So You just described 3 different.
We gotta count the name. I said we count the name.
What are you talking
Jody
about?
was the first boot of Big Brother 14. Jace was the first boot of Big Brother 17, and Joey had blue hair in Big Brother.
Yeah, you're thinking of Joey from BB16.
Yeah. Okay.
But you said Jody Rollins, who was originally on my list.
Guess what? This is my show. Fuck all 3 of y'all. This is how it's gonna go.
Tyler,
Jody,
what's the ruling? Tell me she just topaz,
Tyler,
please.
Tyler.
Put Jody Rollins in.
Tyler, who's
Let
there
her
for you?
suffer.
Tyler.
I'll let Allison have this one.
Tyler.
I'm out on this one.
It's in your perfect
Tyler.
years.
Who takes care of you, Tyler?
I don't know.
Nick.
I'll let you have this. I'll let you.
I honestly don't know who Jody Rollins is. I don't even know how they got on my list. It's like, okay, Joey from Big Brother 16, who wanted to do the all-girl alliance and had blue hair.
Okay.
Okay. I think she deserves a chance because all she did was say, I want an all-girl alliance. Everybody's like, boom, you're gone.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about an all-girl alliance. You should let that sit and simmer for a while because you get all these girls on the same menstrual cycle, shit's gonna go down.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm being serious. I think she should have gotten a chance. So yeah, I'm taking your Shelly out and I'm putting my little Joey in there.
Never did I think that Joey, the first boot of Big Brother 16.
The girl who blew up her own game in 10 hours.
Right.
I took out Derek from Big Brother 16 so that Joey could end up a replacement for Big Brother 16. All right.
Like Francesca.
This is this is Allison's decision ultimately. So with that being said, our final All-Stars list.
Oh God.
She's fanning herself with a fly swatter.
Can I express some slight disdain for a quick moment?
Yeah.
Joey goes down in history as one of the cringiest moments when she comes out pretending she's a dude. Like, honestly, like, you could have picked a cringier player to me.
So good.
I really wish you got Topaz and that Jody Rollins was on this list because Jody actually deserves a second chance.
That's so fucking funny.
So good.
Joey was actually my winner pick for Big Brother 16. So, I had high hopes for her, like, in one time.
I was
haven't
hoping
read-
she would be out quick the moment
I
that I
haven't
saw
read
her,
my whole list
like,
yet. These
in
people
media.
don't even know what they're in for. They haven't a clue.
Yeah, like all these game bots, like Vanessa and Enzo, and
They won't know how to handle her. I don't think Enzo's necessarily a game bot, but like I still don't think he would know how to handle Joey.
Oh my God. If I got in the house with her, I would spruce her up, and any idea, as shitty as it may have been, I will fan that flame just as long as her
You see
ass goes
Allison
out
walking out with a
before me.
mustache. I'm Big Al.
You could call me Al.
I'm just remembering back to this YouTube video series where they took like constant screenshots of Big Brother and then did like impressions of every player in the game constantly. And the one they did with Joey was like, I like to recycle because I'm a liberal and therefore I made my hair blue, so everyone knows it. It's like, oh my gosh.
yeah.
Such a shit
Like-
show.
It's like it matches the color of a recycling bin.
So, last but not least, I'll just say some honorable mentions real quick before I say like the final cast one more time. So honorable mentions: Johnny Mac, Victor, he got a few points. Adam, McCrae, and Austin. And then for women, we had Keisha, Rachel Riley, Rennie, Kalia, and Victoria from Big Brother 16.
Thank you. Finally, somebody I put on the list.
She was my 13th, I think, just because like I feel like she could actually like do something, not necessarily smart, but something.
Yeah, she's funny. She's funny.
Yeah, she's a meme.
Yeah. Like her crow story is great.
Yeah.
So our final cast list is Bridget, Shelby from OTT, Joey, the infamous first boot of Big Brother 16, Jessica Graff, Amanda Zuckerman, Danielle Donato, Brittany Haynes, and Vanessa Russo. And then for the men, we have Donnie, Cody Calafiore, Josh, Frank Udy, Kevin, I don't know his last name, but from Big Brother 11, Andy Herron, Enzo, and Eric Stein. So that is our Fantasy All-Star Big Brother cast. And we have now casted a season. It'll probably be better than this shit show we're about to start.
They really need to take
Let me tell
notes
you-
from Amazing Race and Australian Survivor.
What you're about to hear, people have told me they would pay to watch. Cliff.
Let's do it.
And I didn't call this the dog shit list. You guys called it the dog shit list. This is just Allison S. Kelly's BB draft. Okay? And I was only allowed to do seasons, what? 8?
Through present. Yeah.
If y'all had let me.
Should I give Allison's list in full before we head out?
Yeah.
Oh, are you going to read it or am I going to read it?
I'm gonna read my list.
Allison, I want you to read yours. And yeah, we can each read each other's list.
All right. Here's
Allison,
the thing.
wait, we should save Allison for last.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
so, Cliff, go ahead.
I'll just read who, like, a lot of mine got casted, so I'll read the ones that didn't get casted.
Okay.
So the ones on my list that didn't get casted was Austin, Jesse Godders, and yeah, so that's all it for the guys, because I just slipped Josh in there. And then for the girls, I had Danielle Murphy, Alyssa Slater, and Jody Rollins.
The first boot of Big Brother 17 with blue hair.
Yeah.
Hey, this is going to come back to haunt every single one of you.
I have not made fun of you of it yet. Okay,
I'm taking notes. I'm taking mental notes.
But that's got to be like a gif, like the first boot of Big Brother 17 with blue hair, Jody Rollins. Like that sentence alone is iconic now.
When we go over the first boot for BB20, be like, do they have blue hair? Like,
Oh,
Her name is Jody Rollins.
evil.
okay.
Evil to the core.
funny.
All three of
I'll
you.
go next for my list. So for the men, I had Enzo first, Eric second, Donnie third, Adam Posh fourth from season 13. And
Wait, I want you to explain that. Like, why do you want to see Adam back?
specifically because I don't think he necessarily played poorly, but he wasn't amazing. But he also does a lot for the BB community. He does a lot. So I really want someone who really, really cares about the community, who really cares about what's on the show, to be on and to be a representative of the fans as an all-star. Because it's really hard for people to relate to people that are all-stars because of the fact that they've played before already, and there's not a lot of growth. Whereas with Adam, I think a lot of super fans would really resonate with him because he's that super fan really representing other super fans.
Okay.
I had McRae as fifth for very similar reasons, also because I think he's a very under the radar guy, and he can move forward very well. And then I put Kevin sixth. I put Victor from BB18 on there just because I think that we need to see Victor again. He was just in a crap position for the majority of the season. I just want to see him do well without having to be voted out 3 times. And then Johnny Mac as my 8th one, because again, I think that he's entertaining and he's intelligent. For the women, I had Vanessa first, Shelby second, Brittany Haynes third, Amanda fourth. I put Rennie fifth, just because she is intelligent and she does have a brain. She's also a different demographic. It was either going to be her or Shelly. I just enjoy Rennie more.
Sure.
And then I put Jessica. Then I put Kalia because I want to see Kalia play again for similar reasons of being like seeing her on the bottom before or wanting her to do well,
Sure.
and possibly being in a power position. And then Danielle Murphy from 14, just because again I think that she could do well in a new season.
So my list was Eric Stein first, Cody Calafiore, Ian, Enzo, Johnny Mac, Victor, Andy, and Derek. Which is weird because I ended up cutting him. And then for women, I had Danielle Donato first, Amanda Zuckerman, Jessica Graff, Vanessa Rousseau, Shelly Moore, Brittany Haynes, Keisha Smith, and Rachel Riley. And Allison, let's hear this great season that you have cast here.
This is an epic epic list. And there,
Something.
and you all would watch it. Trust me.
Oh, I would watch it the way I'd watch X on the Beach, right? Like I
Oh,
would
hell
watch
yeah,
it.
because it would just be just this. I put together this group of people that would just not gel well. It's just not gonna happen. This is just so bad. These people do not need to be in the house together with sharp objects or anything they can swing. Nothing. These people need to be tied to their beds at night. And listen, I love these people. I have nothing against these players. I think they're great, and I think this is an epic list. My men, I'm gonna start from 8 and go up. Number 8, Judd Daughtry from Big Brother 15.
I actually like him.
That's fair. Yeah.
Number 7, Michael Cornbread Lagone from Big Brother OTT.
Right away, I see like just Judd and Cornbread not getting along.
Number 6, Glenn Garcia, Big Brother 18.
Oh my gosh.
Number 5, the Virgin King, Scott Dennis,
No.
Big Brother OTT.
I
You
don't
have
need to
so
see
many
some of those.
BBOTT people.
Number
They are a really
4,
good cast. I just don't want to see Scott again because he's creepy as all hell.
Number 4, the man whore himself, Paulie Califiore from Big Brother 18.
I wouldn't mind seeing Polly back.
Oh, after X
I-
on the Beach, dude, he's a mess.
Yeah.
Brain. Number 3, the man, the myth, the legend, Willie Hance from Big Brother 14. He's hot. Number 2,
Oh God!
Monty Massengill from Big Brother OTT. And
Wait, he was that high on your list?
Yeah.
Listen, don't judge
That's
me.
how he got casted.
Did I interrupt you? And number 1 on my men is Frank Udy from Big Brother 14. Now, for the women, the epic women list. Number 8, Erin Griff, the racist herself, referred to as Aryan Nation from Big Brother 15. Number 7, blue hair Joey from Big Brother 16, aka Jody Ross.
Jody.
Number 6, Elena Davies from Big Brother 19. I just want to see her sit across the table and have a conversation with Cornbread. And with Scott Dennis staring at her boobs the whole time, trying to contain his little erection. You understand what I'm saying?
All right, I'm starting to see a method to your madness.
Okay. Number 5, Chrissy Rodolfi from OTT. That bitch has got the handbook and she is not afraid to use it, and you will not break the rule. I want to see her sitting across the table from
Who is
Glenn
this?
Garcia
I
and
missed
have
it.
a-
I'm in tears.
Chrissy from
Chrissy
BB.
from BBOTT. I
Half
want
of
to see
your thing is BBOTT.
I want to see
Yeah.
Chrissy and Glenn Garcia have an actual conversation. I think that would be
crying.
hilarious.
This is amazing.
Thank you.
I would pay to watch this. This
Thank
is
you.
great.
Number
I like-
4, Victoria from Big Brother 16,
Who I think's the winner of this season.
Yeah.
who's probably going to win.
Because no one would want to target her because she doesn't do anything.
Yes, I know. And number 3, oops, my thing's going weird. Oh, my camera's out of focus. Oh, okay.
There we go.
Number 3, Vanessa Russo from Big Brother 17. I just felt like throwing her in there.
Imagine
It is
her in that
completely-
mix.
It is completely
She was going
coincidental that we all picked Vanessa and she became number 1, because that was not my intention at all.
She gets voted out by Cornbread.
Right.
Oh man.
That's right. And number 2, Whitney Hogg from Big Brother OTT.
Another potential winner of the season.
Whitney. And number 1, Brittany Haynes from Big Brother 14. I want to see Brittany Haynes sitting at a table with Cornbread, Judd, Glenn, and Scott. And I
Holly.
just want all, and I want off in the corner, I want Willie Hance and Frank Udy. And who else we got here? And Elena rolling their eyes, cracking on these people. I want to see all of this. I'm not. This is not a dog shit list.
No,
this
it's
is a
not.
list of people
This-
that I believe would actually do something. And you know what? I'd be glued to them live feeds. I'd watch it 24/7.
I've never subscribed to live feeds. I would pay double to watch this. Like, this is amazing. Like this is low-key genius cast. Like,
I worked very hard on it.
I do think there's a method to having like a hot mess of a cast. Like I
Yeah.
would agree that, and I do like that in Allison's universe, they're sitting at the table all the time.
Oh, they're always.
I like that. They're always just sitting at the table.
and not trying to punch each other.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Will, or headbutting each other like Willie.
Yeah. They can't go outside because they're not allowed near the gym equipment. Because
Only Judd and Victoria and Vanessa are not even Vanessa. Only Judd and Victoria are allowed near the kitchen utensils because they're the only ones trusted with knives.
Yeah.
they have to close the pool and the jacuzzi because somebody might drown accidentally. But here's the whole thing. It's like prison. They have to earn to go outside and walk the yard and get to use the gym equipment. And you know, it won't be like the regular Big Brother game, you know, because we all know how intense these people are, that they've got to earn this stuff.
Now, I will say one thing about one player on your list, Judd. I think in the history of Big Brother has the saddest eviction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the way he was evicted, it was during a double, right? And like it was just so sad the way it went down. It was good that he won his way back, but it was also just like he had a really heartbreaking run. So I would like to see him come back.
Yeah. He got blamed for everything and he really didn't do anything. It was really loyal to the people that he was, and they just immediately turned on him so they wouldn't get targeted themselves.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
So I was just gonna say in the chat, Kurt is saying that he's surprised none of us picked Zach Rance.
There's reasons why I didn't pick Zach Rance.
I really like Zach. I just like would rather see Cody play than Zach out of Big Brother.
Like, if we just forgot about his life after Big Brother, yeah, I'd like to see Zach Rance play again.
Yeah, that's very much. If I didn't know who he was after Big Brother, then I'd be like totally fine with it. But it was just like he's way too cringy. I'm actually at a point where I'd almost rather see Frankie over Zach Rance.
I
would
Frankie.
Neither. I hate Frankie too. He's going to be on the Amazing Race too, I heard, and I just don't want to see him ever again.
He'll probably be good on that one. He was a beast, right? So
can you imagine
he'll probably win actually.
No,
if they brought back Kevin Schubert to host every single competition, and everybody's sitting there going, "What's he saying? What's he saying?"
Kevin, yeah, they replaced Julie Chen with Kevin.
Oh my god!
Just for this one season.
It's not even called Big Brother. It's not even Big Brother anymore. Like I don't even know what they would call it, but it's like the Equate brand in Walmart, like it's Kirtland's signature water. I mean, it's like.
Or they got Will from BB Can this past season.
Yeah.
Oh God! Can you imagine him on there with Kevin?
No one would. They would just be trying to communicate with each other. Like, what do you say? They're trying to communicate and they just can't. And no one else either can understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
So,
Final two.
Will the final two.
Look, I don't want to see mentally well-balanced people play this game. I want to see, and I'm not saying all these people are nuts. I mean, if I'm going to be if you're going to put me in a house with people for 3 months, I want it to be an even playing field as far as crazy goes. Because I'm crazy. You know, and I don't need somebody rolling their eyes looking at me like I'm nuts. You know, I mean, look, you're in here too. Get off your high horse.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, with that being said, that is our Big Brother All-Star show. Thank you guys for putting in the homework for this, and I had a great time. This was really
this is fun. I want to do it again. We should do this more often. This was good. I like these kind of games.
Well, Wednesday night for everybody goes. Wednesday, we're doing the Big Brother cast analysis for Big Brother 20 because it came out today. So we'll be doing that Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait.
Allison broke me with her list.
I'm just saying. How can everybody be found on social media? Because Cliff, you go first. I know you got to go.
Yeah, Clifford Myers. I'm on YouTube. I'm putting up videos every week, and that's probably the best way to find me. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram under those names. But I think I might delete all social media soon, so just hit me up on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, honestly, I need a break. So
I hear you. I hear you.
Makes sense. You can find me on Twitter at Hatsmania, HATZ Mania. If you want to watch the show that I host, season 3 officially starts July 2nd. This season is going to be a blast. We had to dig some rules out of the back of the rule book for this one, so it's going to be a very exciting season to watch. I'm very excited to air it. But don't go to my YouTube channel, Hatsmania. Go to the other one called Nate Rosansky System, because that's where you'll find the episodes, not the Hatsmania one. So look for that one, not Hatsmania, because there's a difference.
Now that we're all utterly confused, Tyler, take it.
Yeah, so I am at TLyons, TLYONZZ on all social media platforms. Follow me on Twitter for like my thoughts on that stuff. That's where I usually keep all that. Yeah.
My crap's down in the body of this video, and I took the time to type it up nice and pretty, so just click on the links.
Yeah.
Okay, please. My crap. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys Wednesday for the Big Brother cast analysis. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
peace out.